Hello, my friends. So happy for you to come back and join us again. Today is the day after Hurricane Beryl has come through our area, did a lot of devastation. It is in the afternoon, July 9th of 2024, and at this point, Cassie and I have been without power for about 30 hours now, estimating. We have some things to keep us comfortable. I have been using a little hand fan to keep baby Cassie from being too hot, keep her from getting overheated, as well as myself. We've been playing with her ball. She likes to play with her little dual pad. She likes to hear the crinkle sound with the paper that it makes. And I have these glow sticks here from a prior party. So I've been putting these around, kind of help her with her grasping. So I have her by the window. The window is open. You may hear sounds from automobiles passing by. We're going to be reading a new book today. That's all we can do without electricity. Read books, listen to maybe the radio. Just relax and try to stay as comfortable as we possibly can. Today we are going to be reading Kiki's delivery service. Kiki's delivery service. The copyright date is 2020. And the author is, I hope I am pronouncing the name correctly, is Eiko Kadono. And it was translated by Emily Balistreri and illustrated by Yuta Onoda. Again, I hope I am pronouncing their names correctly. So we're going to begin. Page 1, the beginning of the story. Once there was a little town sandwiched between a deep forest and gentle grassy hills. Excuse me. The town was built on an easy southward slope, its roofs the color of dark slices of toast all in a row. Clustered in the center of town, near the train station, how convenient to have noises, a siren passing by when we're discussing noises that go on in the town. Near the train station, where the town hall, the police station, the fire station, and the school. It was a normal town, one you could find anywhere. But if you paid close attention, you'd find things you wouldn't usually see. For instance, silver bells hung from the tops of tall trees. Baby Cassie looked so happy. Even when it wasn't storming, these bells sometimes made a racket with their ringing. Then the townspeople would turn to each other and smile, saying, "Little Kiki must have gotten caught again." But how could someone so little ring the bells in the treetops? Well, if you looked to the east and peeked into Kiki's home, you'd find the answer. On a gate pillar facing the road hung a sign that read, "Sneeze Medicine," right next to a big green gate that sat wide open. Beyond the gate was a large garden and a single-story house. The garden grew herbs in night rows with broad leaves and pointy leaves, all different kinds, and a pungent scent filled the area. The smell continued into the house and was strongest around the copper pot in the kitchen. From there, you'd have a perfect view of the front living room wall. Instead of paintings or family photographs as you'd expect, 2 brooms made of bundled branches hung there, a big one and a little one. And from the living room, you could hear the family's voices as they gathered for tea. "Kiki, when are you planning to leave?" said a woman's voice. full of disapproval. I think it's about time you let us know. You can't keep putting it off like this. That again? A girl spoke now, somewhat annoyed. Don't worry, Mom. I'm your daughter after all. I am a witch. I'm thinking about it. How about leaving it up to Kiki, dear? A calm man interjected. Until she decides for herself, you can prod all you want, but it won't make a difference. Yes, you might be right. The woman's voice rose slightly. I'm just anxious. I feel responsible, you know. In this house lived a family of witches. Well, Kokiri, the mother, came from a long line of witches, and Okino, the father, was human. As a folklorist, he studied legends and tales about spirits and magic. Kiki was their only child, soon to turn 13. The three were talking over tea about Kiki's coming of age day when daughters of witches and humans reached the age of 10. They decided whether to follow tradition and live as witches themselves. If a girl picked this path, she promptly learned her mother's magic and chose a full moon night of her 13th year as her coming of age date. For a young witch, this meant leaving her parents' house and moving to live on her own in a town or village in need of magic. Of course, finding a witchless town on her own is a difficult thing for a little girl to do. But over the years, witches' powers had grown weaker and their numbers had dropped. Such important tradition helped them survive, as well as share the existence of witches with as many towns, villages, and people as possible. At age 10, Kiki had decided to become a witch and learn Kokiri's magic right away. Kokiri had two magic abilities. I hope I'm saying it right. It might be Kokiri. I don't know. Let's continue. The first was growing herbs to make sneeze medicine, and the second was flying through the sky on a broom. Kiki quickly got the hang of flying, but as she grew older, she often found herself distracted by all sorts of things. For example, the big pimples that started appearing on the sides of her nose, or deciding which dress she should wear to her friend's birthday party. Whenever that happened, her broom would suddenly start to fall. One time she was so busy thinking about the scratchy new underwear she was wearing that she ran into a power line. Her broom broke into pieces, and Kiki herself ended up with bumps on her nose and both kneecaps. Soon after, Kokiri tied bells to the tall trees of the forest. If Kiki was lost in thought and flying too low, her feet would ring the bells and the sound would bring her back to reality. Ooh. Fortunately, they were ringing much less than they used to. Meanwhile, there was the sneeze medicine making, but Kiki didn't seem to be cut out for it. She was impatient and found it difficult to grow the herbs, finally chopped the leaves and roots and slowly simmered them. Will another type of magic disappear? Kokiri lamented. In the olden days, witches could use all sorts of magic, but over the years, one type after another disappeared, until even a genuine witch like Kokiri was left with only two abilities. Now her daughter hated one of them, so it was no wonder she was upset. But it feels so much better to fly through the sky than stir a pot. Kiki didn't see what the issue was. At these times, Okino would try to cheer Kokiri up. Well, we can't force it. Maybe someday lost magic will be relearned. Plus, she has her black cat, doesn't she? Witches have long been accompanied by black cats. One could say that's another type of magic too. When a witch has a baby girl, she searches for a black cat born around the same time and raises them together. As they grow, the cat and the girl learn to speak to each other in their own language. Kokiri used to have a cat named Mimi, and Kiki had one as well, a little black cat named Gigi. By the time the girl came of age, the cat would be a precious companion and someone would turn to during good times and bad. Eventually, the girl would grow up and find a new companion to take the place of her cat. The cat would also find its own partner, and from then on, the pair would live separately. That's the end of the first chapter. Baby Cassie, is that why you like your doodle pad so much? Because it has a pet cat on the face of it? Yay! Okay, so again, don't know when these videos will be uploaded. As soon as we get power restored, I will be uploading the videos, doing everything I can to keep baby Cassie comfortable as well as myself. And we will see you guys later. Once again, thank you for dropping by, and we hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye-bye.